modelH is a business model canvas designed specifically for healthcare. It was designed to help business people generate and evaluate healthcare business models that can create positive consumer experiences, improve care delivery, and align and control costs. The modelH business model canvas expands on Alex Osterwalder's original work and integrates aspects of Michael Porter's definition of shared value and Clayton Christensen's concept of jobs to be done. It measures the value of a business model, its feasibility to deliver value, and its ability to deliver on the patient health outcomes achieved per dollar spent. For access to the resource mentioned here, visit us at modelh.org. The evaluation of each building block in a business model promotes consideration of that model's strengths and weaknesses. Likewise, the structured layout of the canvas encourages thoughtful reflection regarding how the individual building blocks fit together. The 17 building blocks in modelH deal with 4 key business functions as shown here. As a strategic management tool, modelH can be used to design, describe, challenge, invent, and pivot your healthcare business model. In this video, we will use the modelH canvas to describe the cord blood retrieval and storage industry. Umbilical cord blood, or simply cord blood, is blood that remains in the placenta and the attached umbilical cord after childbirth. Cord blood contains stem cells that can be used to treat a variety of disorders. It is often viewed as a non-controversial source of stem cells, which can be used to treat a wide variety of illnesses, immune deficiencies, and genetic disorders. Generally speaking, there are 2 types of cord blood banks. Private cord blood banks store cord blood to be used exclusively by either the baby or a family member. This option ensures that cord blood is available to the child and their family in the event of a future medical need. Cord blood donated to a public bank is available to anyone who may need it, and it may also be used for medical research. Most of the business model components covered here are applicable to both private and public cord banking. Buyers are the customers a business sells to and may also be the user. In our business model illustration, the buyers include the families who want to preserve their child's cord blood, care providers who want to use the stem cells in the cord blood to treat patients, and researchers who want access to cord blood for research purposes. Users are the customers that a business model serves. In this business model, users include families who need the cord blood for treatment of a family member or themselves, the individual patient requiring the treatment, and researchers who want the cord blood for research purposes. In modelH, intermediaries affect how a value proposition is seen and paid for by the buyer. In this example, we have 2 intermediaries: donors who agree to donate their child's cord blood and physicians treating disorders with stem cells. Jobs to be done are the high-level goals the customer is trying to accomplish. Jobs to be done are typically stated in the words of the customer. In this business model, there are 2 jobs to be done for a family. I want to preserve my child's cord blood in case they have a disease that can be treated from the stem cells within it, and I need to access my child's cord blood to treat a disease for me or for them that can be helped by the stem cells within the cord blood. Value propositions are products and services offered to customers to solve their jobs to be done. In our business model, one value proposition for the family is the cord blood bank collecting and storing the cord blood so it can be accessed at a future date as needed. The value proposition for the patient is the cord blood bank collecting and storing blood from someone else that can be used to help treat their disease or disorder. Key behaviors are the activities required of the user to complete their job to be done. In our example, the key behaviors for the family using the private blood bank are signing up ahead of the child's birth and paying for the initial collection and ongoing storage of the cord blood. Key influencers affect a user's understanding and ability to complete their job to be done. In this model, the FDA, which publishes cord blood banking information for consumers, hospitals, and birthing centers, acts as a key influencer to all parties involved. Channels are the way a company brings its value proposition to market. In this business model example, the channels include an owned direct sales force that sells directly to pediatric offices, an owned direct call center that supports potential customers and customer inquiries, and owned digital presence to create supporting materials online to help the purchase decision for the buyer. In addition, There are several unowned digital channels that influence independent sources to post supporting materials online that also help the purchase decision of the buyer. Customer relationships are a connection a company creates with their buyers and users. In this business model, there are two main customer relationships that must be maintained. The first is personal assistance to help buyers get answers to questions about blood cord banking. And the second is account maintenance to keep channel partners informed about changes to the product, its pricing, the diseases and disorders it cures, as well as changes to the industry. Experience is how buyers and users perceive a business model's channels and customer relationships. In this business model example, buyers will have to overcome any price sensitivity associated with the high costs of private blood banking. A blood cord company will also need the ability to project strong financial and clinical assurance, so buyers are willing to deposit their precious resources with a particular blood bank. Key activities are the most important tasks required to create the value proposition. Some examples of key activities in this business model include educating the buyers about the value proposition, obtaining informed consent from the buyers, and collecting the cord blood and cord tissue. There are many other examples as well. Key resources are the internal actors required to deliver the value proposition. In this model, the key resources include sales staff, call center staff, medical directors, cord blood retrieval experts, cord blood storage facilities, and the blood tracking and matching systems needed to store and maintain and retrieve cord blood. Key partners are the external actors required to deliver the value proposition. For this example, the key partners include the OB/GYN offices and hospitals that they sell through, the pediatric nurses and midwives that help explain blood cord banking and donation to customers, and the vendors of the equipment and enabling technologies for the collection, testing, tracking, maintenance, matching, and distribution of cord blood. Costs are the most important financial drivers of a business model. In this example, the main costs are blood collection, blood processing, blood storage, blood distribution, and overhead costs for the company. Revenue is the way a company makes money from its customers. In this business model, some revenue examples for private blood banks include the one-time fee for the initial cord blood acquisition, as well as a reoccurring fee for storage of the blood cord. And finally, a fee for accessing and shipping the cord blood on behalf of the depositor when they request it. Informatics is the data and analytics needed to deliver and measure the value proposition. For this business model example, informatics include the genetic typing of the cord blood, the quality control information for the viability of the stored cord blood, and the information of specific customers and donors. And finally, externalities are the external forces and regulations imposed upon a business model. In this business model, an example of an externality is compliance requirements imposed by the FDA on all blood cord storage facilities. You can download what a final version of a modelH canvas looks like for this case study at www.modelH.org. You can also see this on the modelH canvas generator on Abismo. If you want to create your own modelH business model canvas, you can do so in just 2 steps and share your project with business partners or customers. You can learn more about the modelH canvas and its corresponding tools and resources at www.modelh.org. To your health.